and I'ma keep it in the streets. Contrary to your beliefs, I'm as real as you can be. Fuck your thoughts and your feelings, nigga, you don't know me. You might have seen me in the street, but nigga, you don't know me. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know me. Save all the hating and the popping, nigga, you don't know me.
Good morning. Let's start off with an important message, guys. Very important message, guys. This isn't in any shape or form investment advice. Never risk more than you're willing to lose. If you want to remain a broke ass motherfucker for the rest of your life, go ahead and risk your pennies. So basically, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of these disclaimers come up. And I've had a few people mention maybe I should put in a few disclaimers for people because I tend to hit this topic every once in a while. But to be honest with you, like, I'm not a cookie cutter dude. I'm not just going to mold myself and my channel to help weak motherfuckers that don't know how to do some research. Like, yeah, if you had a kid and you can't risk the money because you can't be homeless, like, that's a personal problem, right? It's not my issue. I don't have kids. People, that's fucking life to a T, man. Like, I'm gonna start off with a rant because people are always doing stuff for now, not thinking about later. You know, I'm sure it was fun having the kid when you were having sex. It's cool. I'm sure it's cool to have a little you running around, right? That's the choice you made. And you had fun doing it. So, don't take your moments of pleasure and then bitch about the years of pain when you're put in a situation where, you can't go and fucking take the risk that you want to do. I'm a free motherfucker. I don't got no kids. I'm a 30-year-old man fucking going out getting it. I don't give a fuck if I end up homeless. I'm risking everything all the time. I'm not going to fucking have some bitch-ass disclaimer on my thing. Like, I don't care. I listen to my videos, all of them. Believe it or not, I'm actually my favorite entertainment. I listen to myself every fucking day because I freestyle this shit and there's a lot of stuff that I fucking don't remember. So I go back and listen to it. And the last thing I want to hear is a bitch-ass disclaimer every fucking video that I got to skip over because some motherfuckers don't know how to invest. Like, that's not my channel. I don't care. I don't make these videos for you guys. So I'm just being real. I don't go by the broke ass motto. I think if you don't risk what you're willing to lose, then you're never going to have something worth losing. It's just that simple. Like I said, I'm not cookie cutter. I can't mold myself into everyone's situation. Maybe my situation is different and you gotta risk differently. But, I don't walk on eggshells. I'm doing me. This is my documentary. This is my journey. We can watch it, eat popcorn. You can fucking come for the journey. I don't give a fuck. I'm not looking for anybody to come with the journey with me. I'm just making these videos regardless of who's watching. I was making these motherfucking videos when I was getting 10 views, 1 like. I don't make these videos to become popular. That's why people are, some guys said, man, you'd probably have a lot more subscribers if you if you were always in your account showing all that money you got. And it's like, man, I don't fucking, like, that's not, I don't know. People got, like, that's why I think I'm an alien, or maybe you guys are aliens and I'm the only real human. I don't know, because it don't make any sense. Like, it's like, why would I do that? I'm not trying, like, money's not what it's about. Like, I'm not trying to make motherfucking money, but yet I make so much of it. Why is that? Because of the mindset, guys. If you put something on a pedestal and you're constantly chasing it, you're going to keep running after it. Like, people put money on this pedestal like it's so hard to get, and they don't realize it's fucking easy to get. It really is, man. You just got to put in the work, put everything on a conveyor belt to success. Like, people want to sit here and put in the wrong inputs and expect the right outputs. And they don't want to hear any kind of constructive criticism. They don't want to hear, they just want to bitch about how it was unfair and that they had no chance, and they want people to agree. And if you say anything else, they don't want to fucking hear it. Nobody wants to be given advice. Everybody just wants to be felt sorry for. People want limitations. People want that kind of don't risk more than you lose type of bullshit, so they can fucking keep living in their mediocre goddamn life and feel happy about it and feel content about it. Feel like, oh, well, it's okay because, you know, everyone says don't risk more than you lose. Everyone says play it safe. Everyone says this, so I can have this mediocre life. Like, this is the motherfucking jungle, guys. This is real fucking life. This is the internet. You can go and find anything you want. I'm not gonna fucking sit back and you know, mama you people, you know, I'm not here to pat backs and wipe the dribble off your face. Like, wake up, this is real life. I'm an advanced fucking channel. Welcome to the super motherfucking advanced crypto channel. I do shit that nobody else is doing. I take the craziest risk. This isn't for, you know, yeah, beginners can watch and get entertained. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, this isn't, I don't know what this is. This is me waking up doing what I do. So, I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't give a fuck who many people bitch about it. I don't care. I'm not putting out no motherfucking disclaimer. If you don't, you know, if you need a disclaimer, you need to get disclaimer. If you need a disclaimer, don't invest in anything. Go get a 9 to fucking 5 and don't worry about, you know, responsibility or taking risk or any of that bullshit. Just fucking go to your 9 to 5 and live your life that way, because investments of any kind are not for you. Wow, Populous over $4. That's nice. What is going on with Vertasium, guys? Vertasium's getting a lot of hate. People are saying that it's ooh, wow, that's cheap. The good thing is, though, you keep in mind though, when I got Vertasium, I got it at 0.5. However, I got it when Ethereum as it was at 150. So I was able to get much more Ethereum for my money. Thus, and the Vertasium price was cut in half. So that means I was able to get much more Vertasium for my dollar overall, because I was able to get much more Ethereum for my dollar. So when I got Vertasium, it was fucking ridiculously cheap. If you because that's how you have to count. That's how you have to count it. You have to count both. You know, you can't just say, oh, I got Vertasium for this price. It's like, well, what did you pay for your Ethereum? You know, if you got Vertasium for 150, but you paid 230 for your Ethereum, you know, I paid 150 for my Ethereum, 145 to 150 for my Ethereum, and I got Vertasium at 90 bucks during that, or it was like $95 during that crash when the theft or whatever, people are dumping insane amount. So you know, that's was a very nice lick for me. EOS was cool because, you know, guys, I made that video about how I said I got the I threw in at the EOS at the last second because it looked like it was gonna fucking. It was so cheap, man. There was like 1 minute left, and it was like fucking 60 cents. And I was like, I've never seen it that low. I watch it all the time, and I thought in the back of my head, I was like, man, these fucking whales are gonna come in at the last minute and fucking blow it up. So I sent in my money with, like, you know, I've gotten into EOS with at the last second, but I pushed it because as soon as I did that, I refreshed it when it hit 0, and it jumped more. It jumped from 60 cents all the way to $1.60 something. I was like, what? So some fucking whale just dumped a ton at the end. But I was pissed because I was like, man, because it was still cheap though. It was still cheaper than the market, and I was like, man, I didn't get it when I went to claim, and I was like, damn it, it got into this one, and I was bummed out because I was like, man, you know, maybe this one's gonna be expensive. I don't like chipping in at the beginning because there's no reason, and it ended up being super cheap. It was $1.30 this round, like $1.30 something. I was so happy. I was like, holy shit, that was a fucking bink. Because I was also mad because I wanted to get some more Ant shares, but most of my BTC is offline, and I've been downloading this goddamn Bitcoin Cash wallet. Holy fuck, man, it's taking forever, and it keeps crashing. I'm pissed because I want to get my Bitcoin Cash. I gotta import my private keys into there and get my Bitcoin Cash before I go, you know, send my Bitcoin to an exchange and not get my Bitcoin Cash. I'm actually not quite sure how that works. So, like, if you take your Bitcoin Cash or if you have your Bitcoin offline, if you take that Bitcoin and withdraw it to a exchange, I know that the Bitcoin Cash doesn't automatically, the exchange just doesn't give you, you know, that was only if you had it on the exchange before the fork. So if I go and I spend that Bitcoin, what happens to my Bitcoin Cash if I never claimed it out of the wallet, right? I don't know. There's a lot of little questions like that are still going to need to be answered. And I don't know. So I've just downloaded the Bitcoin Cash wallet, and I'm going to get my private keys, get all my Bitcoin Cash out, and then separate it, right? And then I can start spending, because I wanted to buy some fucking ant shares yesterday. Not yesterday, even before the Chinese news, just because I want to diversify more. I think ant shares could easily become like a, I don't know, I look at it like Windows and Stratus and Lisk and motherfucking all of these platforms, AntShares, Neo, whatever you want to call it, Neo, the one. I look at them as like Windows, Linux, all these operating systems. So I think like, you know, Linux is huge, Windows is big, so I think there's going to be enough room for everybody. And so I want to invest in a lot of those. What else am I looking for? Man, guys, you made me lose my motherfucking train of thought. What was I going to look at? There's something important. Oh yeah, SafeX. SafeX was exploding, which is no surprise to me. You know, if you go to my older videos, I fucking bought SafeX at, it was like 60 Satoshi or something, a bunch of it. And I sold it up on here, 370, bought it back down here, 235, and sold a little bit more right here. This is out of the, man, you just have to watch my old videos. If you're new and you haven't watched my old videos, I'm not trying to be cocky. You're going to get so much information out of watching my old videos. You're watching my journey, me progress. I'm on another level now. You know that song, On a New Level? I'm on another level from my old. People are asking me questions that would have been good to ask my old self. And when I say my old self, I say in May and June, because I grow so motherfucking fast. And you should be too. Watch those videos when I'm on the come up, right? You get to see the balances start to rapidly grow. You see how I did it. I'm telling you guys how I did it. I did videos every day. So you're watching these. These are like super advanced. You know, these are for the people who were watching my videos back in the day. Dude, there's people who watch my videos from back in the day. I know. I've made good friends. People who, you know, dude who dropped 10 G's in the Golos ended up walking away with 45 grand. He did the same with XDN. The dude, you know, he's made more, almost, well, I wouldn't say more money than me. I don't get into that. Point is, the guy made so much money fucking coming up, watching me through my journey. And now he's in a position that I'm in, where he can do the investments that I'm making with the bulk orders. And, you know, that's what I do. You don't stay the same. I'm not hunting the coins. Like, I have a team that does that now. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm doing, you progress in life. You don't want to find yourself doing the same thing over and over again. You know, you move, you grow. And that's what happened, you know, throughout my whole life. I've done some crazy ass shit. Nobody really knows. I don't get into the details of my past, but I've had a really motherfucking hard life. I've been through some crazy motherfucking shit. I've done some crazy shit. People don't know me, really don't know me. And I'm not your normal person, you know, not when it comes to, you know, like, I have like a movie fucking life, dude, pretty much. I'll probably write a book and stuff, but, yeah, you don't become this motherfucking real through having a fluffy ass life. That's for damn sure. So I've seen some crazy ass shit. I've done some crazy ass shit. And basically, the point I'm trying to get to, if I can remember, is, no, I can't remember. I just wanted to put that out there, but I don't know what it was correlated to. But I was buying Safe Exchange coin way back in the day, and nest egged it. And if you want to watch my older videos, is what I'm saying, is you'll be able to see how I was, because I started off day trading Golos. You know, you're talking about what to do with your first couple $100. Maybe start day trading a coin. I hate calling it day trading. It wasn't really day trading for me. There was a point with Golos where the buy and sell were separated by so much Satoshi that I was literally buying it for one price while simultaneously selling it for another price. And the cool thing about Golos, which is going to kind of be no limit coin-esque, is that with Golos, let's say you're a Russian mom, you make a post and it makes you $10 and you're like, hallelujah, and you want to withdraw because you want to pay the light bill. And you fucking sell it because you're not savvy. You're a mom. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're just trying to get your money. So there was people, I was sitting back and, you know, this is shit I learned. You can't teach this shit. I don't know. Don't ask me how I fucking learned this shit. And I just did. It just happened. I was noticing these trends of these desperate dumpers. And I don't know if they were desperate housewives. I don't know who the fuck they were. I just know that they didn't know what the fuck they were doing when it comes to trading. The same thing you see with No Limit Coin, any of these penny coins. You're going to see a lot of that because, all right, think of a No Limit Coin. Somebody wins big. They're not a trader. They just want their motherfucking money. They're just going to go and sell erratically on the exchanges. That's when you're going to be able to get good deals. And then the opposite is true when people, hey, I don't even care. I just want to get the buy-ins. I'm not a trader. This is where I go. Oh, this is where I buy. Okay, this is what you're selling it for. I'll buy it, right? So you have the wild buyer and seller on both sides. This is so important. If you like, man, I mean, I could sit down and make 5-6 figures every day if I wanted to, day trading right now, or setting the lures like I was setting buying high, selling low. It's so lucrative. It's so fucking simple to do. It really is. You just like, don't ask how. If you're asking how, then you're too fucking bad. I've already given so much information. I already have all the videos on how to fucking do it on my channel. If that's not enough, then you're not good enough. Sorry, some of you aren't. Some of you are in denial. I'm not the guy to say, hey, team, we're all in it together. No, a lot of you aren't. A lot of you are going to die along the path. A lot of you are going to lose a lot of your money. A lot of you are going to panic sell. A lot of you don't know what the fuck you're getting yourself into because you haven't had a fucking day of hardship in your life, real hardship. So when the boats start rocking, you jump off real quick. I'm the Titanic type of motherfucker. I go down every time. Life raft isn't even in my mindset. It's just not there. I don't have that mindset. So when I talk about I sell a little bit up here, I'll brief it. I buy 100%. Let's say I buy X amount here. We'll call it 100%. I take 30 of that 100% and I start to sell it on peaks, right? So the 60% I'm nest egging. That doesn't exist anymore. I find SafeX. Ooh, this is a good coin for the future. I think it's going to do really good things. 60% gone. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm never selling it no matter what. It doesn't fucking matter. I've made my decision. I've made my bet. I like Safe Exchange a coin. I've done enough research. I invested in it, right? This is just for any coin that I like, that I invest in. I don't invest in coins I don't believe in. I'm not a short-term investor. The closest thing to a short-term fucking investment I got is Bitcoin Cash, and that was fucking forced upon me. So, I don't look for short-term plays. So I take 60%, that's gone. Right? I have 40% to play with now. That's 40% to mess with. I'm not afraid of selling this and then the price skyrocketing. Why? Because I have a 60% nest egg. I'm also not afraid of selling some on a peak and then it dipping really down. Why? Because then I can just always buy more. It's a regretless path. So up here, let's say I sell 10% here. Boom. Right? So now I have 20% left to sell with a 10% side margin that I can now reinvest with. So let's say I sell 10% up here and that 10% was a Bitcoin, right? So now I have an extra Bitcoin to play with, plus I have 20% left of my SafeX to sell. Let's say that's 2 more Bitcoin worth at this price. But I decide to hold because I think it's going to go up. Oh no, it goes down. What's going to happen? Well, guess what? I have a Bitcoin that I've made off of the 10% right here that I can reinvest. So what do I do with that? Well, okay, it's at 197 here. It dips down to what? 130, 122. I take that Bitcoin and I buy it back. Here's my 10%. Boom. Now I'm 30% back in. But now my 30% is bigger than it was before because with that 1%, with what I sold here, I was able to buy more Safe Exchange with, right? So the 30% has become larger. It's still 30% of the original investment, however. Right? But it's become larger. And now you're just sitting in the weeds. You're like, okay, not much happening. This is where time and patience happens. You're not always going to have a fucking giant peak. And you're not always going to have a giant dip to buy off of. Sometimes you just have to be patient. And then, holla jamaluka. Let's say you sell fucking your 30, you sell up your 30%. You drop your load. You're like, this is huge. This is like 3x, whatever. I don't care if this thing goes to 10 cents. I'm happy because I have my nest egg and I just made a shit ton of profit off my 30%. So you sell up here. Now you have, let's call it 4 Bitcoin, right? Instead of 3, because guess what? You bought with the 1 Bitcoin, you bought twice as much down here. That's just fucking for the sake. I'm not trying to do the math. I'm just saying, like, for the sake of an example, you bought up here, you bought for half price down here. So now you have an extra Bitcoin worth right? But then you sell it up here, but this is a lot more. So you're actually going to get a ton more. So like right here, let's say it's double the price. So if you were to sell it at the same price it was right here, you would now have 4 Bitcoin instead of 3, right? Because you got twice as much on a 1 Bitcoin deal. Write it down if this is complicated. I'm not fucking doing it for you. I have it in my videos. I'm just trying to be as quick as possible. Now you sell it up here, right? So like, let's say right here you stop. And it's even with this, you get 4 Bitcoin, right? But you decided to hold out and then you sell around the top. And guess what? Now you have 8 Bitcoin because it doubled. So now you have 8 Bitcoin to mess with. So your 30% potential to buy back in, you know, you originally had 3 Bitcoin worth. Now you're fucking with 8 Bitcoin worth. And now it dips. And guess what? You use all the 30% back to buy it. You know, I usually buy in 10% increments. So 10% here, 10% here, 10% here of the 30% we're talking about. And now let's say you have, you know, twice as much SafeX as you had from this original point because you sold it up here and bought it all back here. So you keep you keep doubling your nest egg, or you're not your nest egg, you keep doubling what you're playing with, your chips in play. You keep growing them exponentially, right? And now it's like boom, and now you're up here and you're like, well, what do you want to do, right? Because they could keep going to the moon, they could not, you know, sell another 10% up here, and you just keep doing that, rinse and repeat. Patience. If you have $100, invest in 1 coin, right? If you fucking fail, you fail. Diversifying is for safety. Well, you can't be safe if you have $100, guys. Come on. You have to have some fucking risk. You can't just say, oh, well, I don't want to lose my $100. I gotta diversify. It's not gonna work. You gotta take a little bit of risk. You have a little bit of balls in there. You gotta have some peas in the sack. So definitely, if you only have like 100, you know, if $1,000, maybe you're in 2 coins. You got $10,000, hey, maybe you're in 3 or 4 coins now, right? You get 50 grand, hey, you might be able to get 10, 15 coins. You get 100 grand, you see what I'm saying? You get to add more coins the more your net worth grows. Because you don't want to diversify off too little, because you want to be able to. All right, so no matter what in a portfolio, it's like having kids. I don't have kids, but imagine you have 5 motherfucking kids, right? I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a favorite kid. They say you say you don't, but you do. You have a favorite kid. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a favorite kid if I have 4 kids. I'm gonna have a favorite one. I'm not gonna tell them that, of course, but I'm gonna have one. You're gonna have a favorite coin in your portfolio. You're just gonna have one. It's gonna be your favorite coin. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be secretly your most beloved coin, right? That's the coin you want to invest your first $100 into. So you want to find a group of coins that you really like. Do your research. Just because how did I make so much money so quickly? Because I was prepared for the opportunity before the opportunity came. I knew about the coins I wanted to invest in before I had the capital to invest in them. I didn't say I only have $100, so I'm only going to do research for 1 coin because I'm only going to invest in 1 coin. No, I research like I have $1 billion. And I take my $100 and I say, okay, well, I view like I have $1 billion. These are all the investments I want to get into. Let me drop my first step to the path of a billionaire. And you drop it on your favorite beloved coin. And then you fucking keep going. That's what you do. You have to be prepared for the opportunity before the opportunity comes. If you're not prepared for the opportunity, you're not going to get it when it comes. And the opportunities could be once in a lifetime. One opportunity you miss could be once in a lifetime. And don't ever look at the opportunities missed, because you'll miss the one that's upcoming, because they keep coming. You have to be aggressive. Sometimes you have to be aggressive. You have to go find it. You have to go get it. You have to put yourself way out there. You have to do things you've never done. You know, a year ago, I didn't know how to, the 2 and 2, you and you are. I didn't know how to spell really good. I still don't know how to spell good. He's Grammarly. But I became, I never read a book. I never wrote anything ever. I don't know how to write in cursive. Guess what? I was feeling in my life that I needed to branch out. I needed to be desperate. I needed to grasp the opportunity. So I started writing on Quora, putting my crazy life out there. You can see some of my crazy stories on Quora. And, I wrote a book and I became an excellent writer. But then I started getting my works published, right? And then I became a weight loss coach. And then before you know it, I had over 1,000 clients. Teaching them weight loss, making insane amounts of money off of nothing. And I was a fat guy. I knew nothing about weight loss until I mastered it. And now I intermittent fast. I eat 1 meal a day. I have 2 liquid meals. I could tell you all about it. It's because you want to restore your glycogen your depleted glycogen levels post-workout with fast-acting carbs. You want to work out fasted so you can get the maximum human growth hormone excretion. You want to wait about 30, 40 minutes after you work out so you can let the human growth hormone faucet because it dies down about 30 minutes after. You don't want to eat at night because you don't want to be digesting the food as you sleep because you want that to repair your muscles. Plus, when you're digesting food, it hurts the growth hormone because when you go to sleep, the biggest growth hormone spurt you'll ever have is right when you go to sleep. You want to sleep around 10 to 6 a.m. because between 10 to 12 a.m. is when you repair generally. That means your body repairs, right? And then you want to sleep till about 6 a.m. no later because after that, after the sun rises, your consciousness starts healing, right? Because the a.m. hours are for the mind, the late p.m. hours are for the body. And you don't want to oversleep because once that sun comes up, humankind is meant to rise with the sun. Cavemen didn't have the benefit of oversleeping, right? They couldn't sleep in. They were hunters. They were waiting for that light. They are hungry, literally, figuratively. They needed the food. They didn't have an option, right? I bet your bitch ass to get up at 6 a.m. every day if your life depended on it. There was a guy with a gun in your bed saying, get up every morning. I'm pretty sure you get up and brush your teeth. We become soft and lazy as a species, and I was a byproduct of that too. I'm not saying I was fucking 300 pounds. You know, I lost 100 pounds in 4 months. Unheard of. People are telling me you can't lose that much weight that fast. You can't build muscle and lose fat at the same time. You can't do it. I did it. The same thing with these coins. People are saying you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't listen to the naysayers. I don't listen to anybody. Unless you're like a family member. Even then, I really don't have time. It's just, this is going to be the most amazing time in history. And those who hang in the crypto game are going to be very, very wealthy. If you're in coins that are really good, coins that are revolutionary in their respective fields, you just have to understand. You have to be able to connect the dots. You know, you have to. People think, I'm still preparing for the opportunities that are still coming. I'm never content. I don't make money and then say, I've made enough to retire now, so I don't have to work. No, that's not. I just keep going. I'm already preparing more and more and more because the moment you can content is the moment you lose it. You think you got it until you don't. You never let yourself lose your edge in life because that's what life is. Life is about growing. There's nothing in life that doesn't grow. Everything grows. You're either growing or you're dying. There's no stalemate. A tree doesn't just stop growing. A plant doesn't just stop growing. It grows until it dies. It grows until the leaves start to turn brown. If you're not growing, you're dying. So you have to be vigorous. Plant life grows on top of each other. It doesn't give a fuck. Its main objective is to live. We as humans have consciousness, and people don't understand that it's a greedy aspect to work together. Working together is greedy. That's the best way to accomplish the most. It's not about doing it by yourself and hating on everybody else and stealing and lying and being a cheater. That's not how you do it. Like, hey, I'm going to be point blank. I'm not going to fucking lie. If that was the way to do it and that was the best outcome, I'd fucking do it. It's not, though. It's not from a business standpoint. A business standpoint, take care of your customers take care of you. From a friend standpoint, you take care of your friends take care of you. That's life, give and take. You breathe, the trees breathe back, right? They take our waste, what would kill us, our own breath would kill us, right? Because it's poisonous to us, what we breathe out. Trees filter that and give it back to us. No matter what, you don't understand. You're in a give and take, whether you like it or not. You're constantly giving to the trees. You're hooking the trees up with free life. You can't charge them for it. Ain't that a bitch? Some humans are pissed. Some humans, I guarantee you, if they could, some motherfucking humans would charge trees for their breath because there's some bitch ass humans out there. And you don't see that anywhere in nature, right? Trees don't charge you for their fruit. That's because they know that that's not the best way to grow and to become many. Right? They know if they share their fruits, the animals will spit the seeds out. More of them will grow. More of their seeds will grow. It's so natural how it works. And that's what you really see with the super, super wealthy. Yeah, you can be a Bernie Madoff. become super rich. What is that guy doing now? I bet he regrets his life. You don't have to do it that way. There's look at the people who are super wealthy. They do a lot of good for the humanity. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people saying, "Oh, this, that." It doesn't matter. Real recognizes real. Fake can never recognize real, and real can always recognize fake. And that's the blindness we have going on, because we have a bunch of fake people who can't recognize real because they don't understand it. And I can spot fake and real from a mile away. I can smell it. I can see it as you walk up. You might as well have a sign on your motherfucking head. When I look into your eyes, when I have a conversation, when I shake your hand, when I feel your energy, I know all about you, at least your essence. So right now, I'm not, like I've said, I'm not selling. Who sold yesterday? I said I'm not selling anything. Basic attention token was going through the roof. Populous is going through the roof, right? I could have sold my Populous. Like, everything's going through the roof. Why would I? Like, it's creeping up. 102 now. It's just like, I'm not going to sell any coins. I'm not content. Basic attention tokens at 14 cents. Like, no, it's got to be at like 45 cents before I could even. I have some of my percent. So I have my nest egg of basic attention, but I still have 25-30% of my chips left to play. So, I'm not going to be even looking to sell any of those little slippers for a while. I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking to accumulate on good deals. Like, that's why I got a good EOS deal by luck. There's still really good deals to be made, to be had. You just got to look for them. And right now, hey, like, if you're looking for investments, this is the time, because I'm not looking around. I'm not expecting things to dip again. I'm not expecting that. It could happen, but it would be brief and it wouldn't be a lot. It wouldn't be worth the risk of waiting, because I think the boom is near. I think the boom is really near. We're getting out of these slow. August is a notorious bad. It's a notoriously bad month. August for investors and anybody. Everyone goes on vacation in August. August is always a slow time. August can be the time for the hustlers, though. This can be the time when you see people let prices slip. Look at what happened with EOS. People, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled. These are the months to really look for ICOs that are going to be overlooked. You got MyBit, you got VibeHub, you got down the road 2 or 3 months from now, you got Spective, you got September, question mark. I know I'm killing you guys with that, but like I said, I want to tell you more than anybody. I want to tell you more than anybody about it. But I've been entrusted. And if anyone knows me, I've never fucking told a secret in my life. If you come to me, it's coming to like the blockchain bank. I'm fucking decentralized. I'm not going to tell a fucking soul. I'm not open source, though. I'm closed source. You're not going to get any info from me. But I'm excited. It's going to be... It's so fun to be a part of, and it's going to be probably the best deal I've ever been able to offer anybody. The best deal I've ever been able to get myself. I've been really, if you know how long I've been talking about this. I mean, that's what people don't understand. People is like Moby fucking Dick, man, to get these fucking whale deals. It's not easy. It's not oh, hi, chap, can I get a good super discount? Oh, sure you can, Dan. Slap hand. It doesn't fucking work that way. It's a lot of fuck you, guy. Who do you think you are? And then, that's where we usually start off. And then we we wrangle around, and before you know it, we're fucking laughing and we're cutting out a deal. But anybody who works out a deal with me knows I'm motherfucking cutthroat. I don't got nothing to motherfucking hide. You working a deal out with me, you're gonna overpay. You're gonna overpay big time if you're trying to work out a deal with me. I'm not gonna overpay. I'm not gonna. If you're working out a deal with me, you're gonna have to give me a baller ass deal, like a super baller ass deal. I'm not fucking around with bullshit deals anymore. If you're gonna come with me, you gotta come to correct. If you're gonna be offering a bulk order, I could do them all the way up to 1,000 Ethereum. Doesn't fucking matter. Just come fucking correct when you come to me, because if you come incorrect, you're just gonna get fucking backhanded back, because I have way too much resources now to fuck with any kind of shit deal. So I'm gonna be known as the fucking guy who gets the all-time best deals, hands down. No one can get better deals than me. They just can't. I've spent a month on this fucking thing. It took me a month to land this deal. Are you kidding me? Who's putting in that kind of fucking work on one ICO? Nobody. So I'm sure if they were, you'd fucking heard about it by now. So what I'm doing is no secret. And man, I wanted to get into some First Blood. There's a lot of coins. I mean, that's the thing. You're gonna miss out on some coins. There's not much you can do about it. I want to get on some ant shares. And guess what? It's not like I'm bitching. Like, oh, I could have got ant shares at $7 right before this fucking explosion. I couldn't get it because of the whole Bitcoin fiasco. I didn't. Most of my Bitcoin's tied up. I had exhausted a lot of my Ethereum. I was able to buy a lot more, but Ethereum is my lifeblood. I mean, fuck. Ethereum is the most important thing to me now because I invest in way too many ICOs and you need Ethereum to do it. So, I mean, Ethereum is just important to me. So, I fucking spent it all on ICOs and pre-sales and all kinds of shit. And there's sometimes I get the bulk order deals for myself that, I can't share. It's just what it is. Like, they're just like, they tell me, hey, this is just a personal deal for you. You can't get, there's no other bulk order deal. But I absolutely scrape and fight for every inch for you guys and try to get the absolute best deals I can outside of what I buy. But I'm not a fucking scumbag, and I never, ever am going to say or convolute it and say, oh, well, this is my deal. No, and it not be. I'm not a fucking charlatan. I always believe in what I say, and I always tell the truth. And I'm a real motherfucker. Anyone that knows me knows that. If they don't know that, then they don't know me. So, yeah, I'm real. I do get my own personal deals. Sometimes it's rare that I can't break and extend that deal off to at least my private investors. But, it does happen sometimes. And you know what? It is what it is. But then you get the next best deal. Because I go for the jugular. Like you wouldn't believe some of the deals I got. I can't even tell them. Like, you just can't, because it's like, you'd be surprised when you bring energy, force, and a lot of capital and a good name, what kind of business you can really accomplish. So this is just such exciting times, man. I look at all of these companies, and it's just going to be exciting to fast forward 5 years from now and see the numbers, what they are. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine what these numbers are going to be? What Ethereum's going to look like, EOS. No, and people who are saying EOS is a scam because of the, like, if you've invested in any ICO, I'm an ICO pro. That should be my motherfucking name, ICO expert, because I know everything about ICOs. Fucking, they can't say it's an investment, guys. They can't. Or they're going to get fucked by all the laws. So right now they're working within a gray area. There's some hustlers. Give them a fucking break, right? They're doing us a service. If they didn't do that, then you wouldn't have EOS or any of these ICOs. Go look at any of them. People are saying, oh, but in the thing you're saying that the EOS tokens are actually, they could be worthless. And it's like, man, if I'll give my left fucking nut if Dan L is a fucking scammer, if EOS ends up being a scam, it's just not gonna fucking happen. That dude would go to jail so fucking quick. Why would they do that? It's just obnoxious. That's the thing. People are so afraid. They're so afraid to invest in anything. It's sad. It's so fucking sad to hear these people just, oh, it's a scam. Be very careful. Don't want to invest too much. It's just so sad to see that kind of, and then you wonder why everyone's so broke and poor. It's just like, no one wants to take a risk. No one wants to feel hurt. If I'm homeless Dan, I'll be the coolest motherfucking homeless guy you ever motherfucking seen. I'll sell street art. I'll learn to dance. I'll do whatever it motherfucking takes. You think that's on my mind and I worry about it? No. Just like the tiger doesn't worry about going hungry. He just keeps hunting until he gets his prey. If he doesn't get his prey, he dies in the process. That's me. That's 100% me. That's 100% anybody who's real successful. That earned it. Factum, look at all of these coins. You know, a lot of new coins are entering the top when Factum's all the way down here. There's a lot of good. I'm also looking at new upcoming things on the Status platform. When it comes to messaging and stuff, I am looking for, right now I'm looking for certain investments. Not every investment is going to be a good one, because a lot of people don't understand that not all coins are meant to be expensive. I was going to get on the block now. I was thinking about it, but man, just because it's passive income doesn't mean I'm going, like a lot of people lured in by master nodes and shit, like, and passive income. It's like, dude, If no one uses it, then it doesn't really fucking matter. I just think BlockNet's gonna have a hard time competing. It could. I'm not gonna. I'm a bit ignorant. Of course, my internet's running slow. What is this about, guys? Maybe it's a sign that I'm running too long on this. Well, that is a sign. But I'm gonna kill it here with one last thought. No last thought. Cheers. Peace.